What's going on, guys? Welcome back to WWE Network and Show, where I, Graham, Gius, and Matthews break down all the original content I watch on the WWE Network and on Peacock. And today we're talking the Halloween edition, October 31st, 2022 edition of Raw Talk, hosted by Jackie Redmond and Matt Camp. We're in costumes, which I knew they were wearing costumes when the show started, but I wasn't sure what they were supposed to be until they started talking about it a little bit later on. And I guess Jackie was supposed to be Rhea Ripley, which you could tell, I guess, based on the tattoo and what she was wearing to an extent. I applaud her effort. And Matt Camp, I think, was supposed to be Finn Balor. Like, he doesn't have the Finn Balor hair or whatever, but I think he had like the bandana and the jacket or whatever. I think he was either Finn or Damian, but I think he was Finn, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, I appreciate the attempt. I love Halloween, so I like the fact they dressed up. To start off the show, they run down the biggest headlines from Monday night, including recapping the Carl Anderson win over Damian Priest before being attacked by Judgment Day afterward. We catch up backstage with Kathy Kelly and the OC. Kathy Kelly says, how are you going to deal with the Rhea Ripley problem? Luke Gallows kind of reiterates what they said on Raw this week and last week, that they have a Rhea Ripley problem, and Styles said they need someone to take care of her. They actually tease Kathy Kelly. They're like, hey, do you want to do it? And she's like, no, I'm good. Wise choice from Kathy Kelly. And then they're just kind of, left hanging on that note. So I did not watch Raw live last week. I must have missed it. I mean, I know Rhea's been getting involved in the OC Judgment Day stuff for weeks now, but I mean, she was getting involved with the Edge stuff, the Rey Mysterio stuff, and they never really, they enlisted Beth to a certain extent to help with that, although she only came in twice. I don't think they're going to get, maybe they do get Beth, but Beth got recently laid out with the Concerto, and Edge consoled her after Extreme Rules, or after the match at Extreme Rules. So, I feel like if Beth is going to come back, it would probably just be Edge. So I don't think it's going to be Beth. I don't really know who it's going to be. Maybe we find out on Saturday. I don't know if we go a full six-man tag team match and the OC are morons and they don't bring someone in to deal with, Rhea Ripley. Honestly, at this point, thinking about it right now, I'm thinking, is there anyone outside of the company they can bring in to deal with it? If it's someone new, like Mia Yim, I know, and she's not exactly new, but, she recently wrapped up with Impact. There were rumors that WWE might be interested. I think that's cool. I don't know if she would really fit into the equation and what connection she would have with the OC. It's a possibility. If you want to go with someone on the roster, Piper Niven might be the best choice. She has history with Rhea. She could be a threat to Rhea, and she can be brought back as fucking Piper Niven and not as goddamn Doudrop. So that's my speculation thinking about it now. We also hear from the Judgment Day backstage as well. I don't know if it was with Kathy or with Byron. I don't remember. But Finn says that the OC has zero solutions for their Judgment Day problem. Dominic calls himself the greatest Mysterio that WWE has ever seen. And Damian Priest said they sent the message on Monday night, and they'll be bragging about their victory coming out of Crown Jewel. Back in the studio, they recap the Brock Lesnar-Bobby Lashley brawl. Matt Camp hypes a match for Saturday. They also replay the Roman Reigns-Miz segment that ended with Miz getting his jaw snapped or, punched or whatever. Miz will make you believe that it was snapped, but he's obviously fine. Roman laid him out. I thought that was cool. They talk about Roman Reigns being offended, which I talked about in my review of Raw on my website, WrestleRant.com, and I've talked about this on Twitter. I love the fucking character development or just the arc or whatever from Roman Reigns, that he's actually at a point now where he's offended that people are taking Logan seriously as a threat to his title. And he's not just, he's not like, oh, I'm the dominant badass. No, he's frustrated at this point that people are actually seeing Logan is a legitimate threat to Roman Reigns. So I really like that attention to detail there. I thought that was great. They also replay the Johnny Gargano interview, the sit-down with Byron Saxton, the whole 60 Minutes parody. We hear from Miz backstage with Byron, I believe, and Miz recaps his bad night, just talking about how he got laid out by Roman Reigns. He had the truth, aired out, the dirty laundry aired out during the 60 Minutes segment, which, he called complete crap. And he also talked about losing to Mustafa Ali after a distraction from Dexter Lumis at ringside, which I think happened before the whole 60 Minutes WWE Investigates thing. But anyway, he calls himself a celebrity in that he deserves to be treated like the gift to WWE that he is. As they wind down here, Matt Camp and Jackie praise Byron Saxton for his role in the WWE Investigate segment. They then run down the Crown Jewel card for Saturday, and they also promote Rikishi celebrating, I think, 25 years of, I think it's actually probably 30 years of Yokozuna in WWE. He's coming on the bump on Wednesday along with Drew McIntyre. So that's what we can look forward to the bump on. That's what you can look forward to on the bump on Wednesday. Pretty standard stuff here. I thought the interviews with Miz, OC, and Judgment Day were well done. The hype for Crown Jewel on this episode of Raw Talk was decent. And the costumes were a nice touch. I will give them that. So Crown Jewel's coming up on Saturday. And they did not have a special guest analyst for this episode. And I don't think they have for the last couple of weeks on either this show or on the SmackDown Lowdown. So both shows have kind of not really featured a guest lately. I don't know if that's by design. They just haven't gotten anyone. I know JBL's on Raw now. He was a recurring guest on the show. I'm not fucking complaining because I just don't care about Jerry Lawler being on the show. So I think it's honestly for the better. They don't have him here on the show. Him or Peter Rosenberg or whoever else they bring in. So just keeping it to Jackie and Matt and spending more time on the interviews and stuff like that, I think is a big positive for these shows, at least in my opinion. I thought the interviews of the people they brought on initially about a year ago was a positive, but they quickly ran their course. They were only really using the same 3 or 4 people. And Booker T's on NXT now anyway, so that's probably why, moreover than anything, why they're not using special guest analysts for these shows anymore. So that was Raw Talk in a nutshell for October 31st, 2022. Thank you guys for checking out my review. I appreciate it. Be sure to like the video, drop a comment, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for more daily content. Have a great one, guys. I'm Graham G.S. Matthews. Have an awesome rest of your day/week, and I'll catch your ass down the road.